Chris from Endless Horizon Vacations.com, coming to you from Port Canaveral on top of the Mariner of the Seas, Royal Caribbean's Mariner of the Seas. We're in port right now, going out to Nassau, Bahamas, and then over to Royal Caribbean's private island of Coco Cay. Perfect day at Coco Cay. So we are here ready to set sail on the Mariner of the Seas, and we had little technical difficulties. We had a live event planned. I could not get it pulled up on my phone, so we had to create a whole separate live event here on this video. So everyone who is waiting, I hope they're able to switch over. I apologize about that, but hopefully you all are catching this live or at a later time. So hopefully everyone can hear me. I don't know about the comments. It's hard to see out here in the sun. So just trying to pull up the comments here. So we've got that. We've got that. So there you go. So just to give you a little background, hopefully everyone can hear me. And so just to give you a little preview. This is September 24th, 2021. Of course, going through the COVID time here, so travel is a little bit not the norm, I should say. So just to give a little insight on what we went through on this ship. We've been on other ships since this one, but to let you know here, the last ship we were on the Carnival Magic. We went through Carnival's procedures through this COVID period, and they were okay. They were somewhat subpar in my opinion. Biggest thing is the buffets, letting everybody serve themselves. Didn't quite like that with everything that's been going on with the COVID era right now. Royal Caribbean, everything we have seen from Royal Caribbean, they have been doing it top notch. From the company from top to the bottom, this company, Royal Caribbean, seems to do everything right. They lead the way in innovation. They lead the way in how things are supposed to be done, and they did not disappoint during this COVID era. They for the buffet, they have crew passengers serving you. You just tell them what to put on your plate, they will put it on. They make everyone wash their hands when they are coming into the buffet. They just do everything right. The face mask issue inside really is not bothersome. You just have to, when you walk in the doors to go inside, you do have to put them on. Everywhere outside, you do not. You can take them off. So as you can see, everyone's down at the pool and enjoying themselves. Everybody's walking around here at the track. No one has masks on because you're outside. So they make it comfortable. And so check-in process was, I've got to tell you this, the check-in process was a little, I don't know. Okay, so the first check-in time was 11:30. That's the first check-in time. So I know everyone wants to get here as soon as they can to get the fun started, but it seems like everybody on this ship. So today, for this sailing, we'll have 3,100 passengers. So this is the Mariner of the Seas. It's part of the Voyager class of Royal Caribbean. So it's a mid-sized ship for Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean ships, some of the larger ones get up to 5,000 passengers, but this one's right. It can hold up to 3,100. So it's a very comfortable ship. If you just kind of like a relaxed cruise, but with a lot of activity, this is a ship for you. It's not wall-to-wall people. Still tons of room to do what you want. And so anyway, it's comfortable. So on this ship, they said there's going to be 1,300 people on this sailing, and so we're going to be sailing. This trip at 40% capacity, and so it's going to be very, very comfortable for everybody on here. But it did seem like 30% of that 40% all showed up right at 11:30 a.m. this morning to wanting to get on the ship at the same time, which created a little bit of a bottleneck. Everyone was given times to be here, and it didn't seem like many really observed that. They seem to have gotten word from individuals saying, oh, they're not being strict on when your check-in time is. So there was quite a few people that showed up right when the doors opened. So that created a little bit of a backup. So by 12:30, there was hardly anybody in the check-in area. So everyone had to wait about an hour to get on board. And so everyone got on board about 12:30 that showed up at 11:30. Everyone who got here at 12:30 literally got on the boat within 10 minutes. So if you come in, just let that initial rush get on the boat. You're not going to miss a whole lot. You're going to get right on if you come around 12:30 and pretty much get on at the same time as people who got here at 11:30. So just a word of advice. I do have to say, with Royal Caribbean, unlike Carnival, Royal Caribbean checks your vaccination cards and your vaccination results constantly during check-in. Constantly meaning they were checked 6 times. Not once, not twice, but 6 times. 6 different stations checked our vaccination cards and the testing results just to make sure we were vaccinated. This cruise here, everyone has to be vaccinated, except if you're under 12, because right now vaccines still aren't approved for individuals under the age of 12. But if you are 12 and over, you have to be vaccinated to sail on this cruise. If you're under 12, you had to bring a negative test, and then they take the children aside, and they test again once you're here, and then they'll also test once they get off the ship. So it's quite the chore for individuals, kids that are under the age of 12, but it is possible. There are ways to sail with children under the age of 12. But anyway, so they do check your vaccination cards a lot. Be ready for that. The check-in process, there was a lot of stations, like I had said. Not a huge ordeal with the check-in stations, but it actually made it nice because you never really sat and waited. You never sat down, and in years past, a normal cruising experience, you sat and waited for an hour or two for each station to open up. Nowadays, you go to a lot of stations, but it's a breeze to go right on through. Muster stations, just like I had reported from the Carnival ships, Royal Caribbean does it very, very similar. You have to watch a muster briefing video right when you either get here or when you're in the parking lot. You have to watch that video. Then when you get on the ship, you go to your station. They give you a little sticker. Your sticker goes on your CPAS card that they give you. The CPAS card is your card you get into your rooms. You go to the bar, you pay for drinks that way. You go to the shops, you pay for things in the shops. So everything's done with your CPAS card. So your muster station sticker goes on there. So if anybody asks if you've been to your muster station, just show them your CPAS card. You're good to go. So they make you do that right when you get on the boat. So there's no delay later on, and you can get to the fun as soon as possible. And so it's really, really easy. You watch that video when you're in the check-in or when you're checking in the line, and then you go to your station, piece of cake, and you're on to fun. So what most people do and what we did is right when we got on the boat, we went to the Windjammer, had a real nice lunch. They really do a good job with the food at lunch, anywhere from salmon to pasta to rice, any type of fried rice. They have hamburgers, hot dogs, pretty much anything you can imagine they had in the Windjammer. They even down at the on level 5 at the Royal Promenade, they had great pizza ready for everybody. Food-wise on this ship and most ships, you do not have to worry about finding food. Even when they say here, right now during COVID, the Windjammer is not open for dinner, the food is readily available everywhere on the boat other than the Windjammer, especially at the Cafe Promenade. They have anything you pretty much want, not anything, but they have pizzas and sandwiches down at the Cafe Promenade. And then Playmakers is open. You can get some fantastic nachos at Playmakers. You can get onion rings at Playmakers. It's food's plentiful. So right now everyone's congregating down at the pool, which I don't know, you can see down at the pool. Everybody's down there. So they're either here getting ready for the big sailaway party. The sailaway party should be right around 4:30. And there's a lot of people up on the sports court. Here's an announcement. So, sorry for the delay there. I was listening to the announcements, and it's a little amusing that they are calling out people that have not been to their muster drills. So they are serious about the muster briefing and safety and all of that. So they have a record of individuals who have not been to their stations and who have not watched their videos, and they are calling them out right now to go ahead and do that. And it looks like we have some people. Tracy Lynn, nice to see you, Tracy. And it is a beautiful day. We have some people walking up to our live stream right now. And they are folks that I actually know. So there are, if they are in the screen, there's Trinity and Juliana behind, and Angela's there behind. So how was the water slides, Trinity? It
was good. It kind of hurts your back a little, but yeah.
So what was the first thing you did up there?
We did the flow rider.
Flow rider. Give everybody a little intro on what a flow rider is.
You can boogie board, or you can like surf standing up or something.
Yeah. I will be posting videos on them doing that. The flow rider looks very dangerous from afar.
It was sort of easy at first.
Yeah, but they do a great job instructing everybody on going on the flow rider. And even though it is very intimidating, they got on and they were pros right when they took off on that water. So they had a good time. So anyhow, they are going to start having fun, and sorry about that. I'm trying to look at the comments. So absolutely, yeah, we can take you on a little tour of the upper deck here. Not a problem at all. So let's turn around and give you a little tour around here. So again, this is Mariner of the Seas. This is the pool deck. It looks crowded, but to tell you, pretty much the entire ship is down here at the pool area right now. So it might look very crowded and intimidating, but because all 1,300 people are down here at the pool, that's why it looks fairly crowded. But everything is very spaced out. And they've got all the chairs all spaced out, as you can see. And trying to do the best they can. So we're going to walk back here to the water slides and the sport court. So here we have Johnny Rockets. You can come into Johnny Rockets. It is a full Johnny Rockets. Some of the ships have a more condensed version of Johnny Rockets, but this is the full version of Johnny Rockets. You can get all your favorites, all your milkshakes, cheeseburgers, hot dogs. They do a little dance and performance for you. So we come on up here to deck 12, and now we have quite a few people playing on the sport court. Oh, hello there. Can anybody guess who this is? This is supposed to be Michael Jordan, but because of licensing infringements, they have to put number 32. Kind of funny. I guess Mike didn't want to give Royal Caribbean his rights, so they just made a guy that looks like Mike and swapped his 23 number for 32. Kind of funny, but it's all about licensing, I know. Here we go above the sport court. We got the rock climbing wall right on the back of the exhaust stacks. Very interesting. So we'll continue on to the back of the ship. We got swinging hammocks. We do have the climbing, very interesting climbing pad. And I know our daughters were excited to see the hammocks. Our one daughter is looking forward to bringing her book up here and reading inside the hammock. And here is the flow rider. Yeah. Got it. So I think this guy's got the hang of it. So you can either surf like this guy's doing. He is doing a fantastic job. A really, really good job surfing. Looks like he's either done this before or he's a natural. But you also have these boogie boards that our daughters were on earlier, where you can either kneel or lay down on, and they both enjoyed both kneeling and laying down. But here on the Mariner of the Seas, we have the one flow rider. The larger ships, the Oasis ships, they actually have two of these side by side on the back of their ships. And it's a real great experience. They say the water is flowing at 40 miles an hour. And they say as long as you are aware of how you're going to fall, then you're not going to get hurt as much. And see, this individual, he's starting out laying down, and that's how you learn at first on how to do it. So He'll be on his belly at first, and then after a couple tries, he'll do it on his knees. And then if he's brave enough, then he'll he'll try surfing like that individual that you just saw a minute ago. So just to show you above the flow rider, you got you're good. Hey, you did a great job. Yeah, you really did. Yeah, you look like you're a natural.
Yeah, I've been doing it a while.
Look like it. All right, that was our safety horn. Whenever something there's an emergency or something wrong is going on, then they blow that horn. So they're testing it out, making sure everybody is aware of that sound. There are the water slides. There's 2 water slides. There's supposed to be racer water slides, but the blue one does go faster, just to let you know. But they're supposed to be equal, but they are really, really cool. They go over the side of the ship. Quite the hike up there. You see 2 people hiking to the top right now. And a really, 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 really fun experience. Kelly Slater, yeah, Kelly Slater, Tracy, yeah, that's I've heard of the name. He's a famous surfer, I want to say. I'll have to maybe ask him if I can catch him again. So Tracy, you said if we're going on any excursions. No, Nassau, Bahamas is our first stop at Nassau. And Nassau is kind of deserted right now. They've taken Nassau's taken a hard hit with COVID, so because of tourism, just hasn't been a lot of the vendors have kind of gotten into other things or gone to other countries. Nothing's really open, and the excursions were not very plentiful. And so there's a public beach right outside of the port called Junaku Beach. We're gonna go there, just walk on over and see if we can do some snorkeling and just check that out. But all the vendors, all the little private shops, they're all closed, so we're not gonna do that. But on their private island, there is a ton of activities to do on their private island. Perfect day at Coco Cay. We are all really, really looking forward to that. They've got the biggest freshwater pool in the Caribbean at Perfect Day at Coco Cay, and then they've also got the tallest water slide in the Caribbean on Perfect Day at Coco Cay as well. And really, really excited to do that and get some videos to show everyone that. We're going to be doing a full tour of the island. It is fantastic. Yeah, Atlantis, you put on here, Atlantis on Nassau is open. It is just, you can't go everywhere that people used to go around Atlantis because of COVID, so they're very restrictive on where you can go. You can tour around if you buy a day pass for Atlantis, but it's expensive. For a typical day to use the water facilities, all the water slides and all, right now it's running $190 per person, so it's a little expensive, but that's a little bit far from the port, and so we're just gonna kind of hang around the port and just have a good time. So I do have to show you another activity other than the flow rider. You've seen the slides. Now we're going to go up to what's called the sky pad. The sky pad is something very unusual. It is a ultimate VR, the VR experience. The VR goggles you put on, and you're actually in a video game while you're jumping around on these trampolines. And we'll see if we can get somebody jumping. No, somebody's about to get on and get strapped up. Excuse me. So they're going to put on these VR goggles. So she's about to get on. She's going to put on these VR goggle headsets. They're strapped in. They're going to put bungee cords on their harness. And so the VR goggles is really, really cool. It is a video game that you can choose. There's, I think, 3 different games that you can choose. And while you're bouncing, you're kind of like a superhero. You jump around in the game, and it's totally interactive on your movements as you're jumping around on these. And you'll see here in a second. While they're getting strapped up, just show you over the sport court.
Ladies and gentlemen, our feeling approved director, as the captain mentioned, we are excited and really happy to have you aboard the environment of this team. We're so excited to find you to experience different sports, but most importantly, the perfect day at Coco in a couple of days.
So she's just jumping around without the VR headsets. She just wants to jump and see how it is. But you're supposed to put on the VR headsets, and it's an interactive video game as you're jumping. And she is too. Here, we'll walk around to the other side, see if we can get a better view. So she's getting some height. So when you're out at sea, it's a little bit different experience because all you see is the ledge over there and water. But if you really get into it, you can really bounce pretty high. And at night, they turn on the lights, big light show in here while you're bouncing. So you can just have fun bouncing like that, and also play the VR headset game as well. So coming on over, there is the water slide. So both of them start up there. And they've got the same pattern, it's just one pattern is flipped. So they're supposed to be racers when you get on, but every time I've seen somebody try and race, the blue one beats the yellow and green one all the time. And to show you, getting windy up here, what makes this water slide really, 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 really cool, and let me get down to the bottom, is the experience of going over water when you're going down the slide. So if you can watch fast enough when you're going through the tube, there's certain parts of the tubes that open up, and if you can see, that clear part is ship. And when you're going through, it's quite the experience to look over or to look through the clear tube and see nothing but water. It only happens for a second because you're going through fairly quickly, but it's pretty neat. So that's the water slides. And just to clarify, in all the brochures and information online and what have you, it says perfect storm, typhoon, cyclone. They name them differently, the cyclone, the typhoon, but they're the same slide. They're just dual racers. And a lot of people say, oh, well, what's the perfect storm? Oh, wow, there's a whole another slide called the perfect storm. No, the perfect storm is just the way they branded this area. The flow rider, the typhoon, the cyclone, it all says that's the perfect storm for fun. That's what Royal Caribbean was after as far as their marketing goes. So they wanted to try and get that into their advertisements, but what it did was just kind of confuse people. They say, oh, the perfect storm. Well, where's the perfect storm ride? Well, there isn't one. It's just saying, hey, put a typhoon and a cyclone together and it creates a perfect storm. So anyway, just wanted to clarify that for anybody that was wondering what the heck the perfect storm was. And rock climbing wall is supposed to open up around 4 o'clock. Oh, excuse me. I am on Central Time. Feel like I'm back at home again. But also found it a little humorous. He's supposed to be Magic Johnson, but again, they didn't want to fool with the licensing, and so they did that. But the so-called Michael Jordan, somewhat over there, I found quite humorous that they turned the number around. So, let's see, rock climbing wall is closed off up there. So we head back down. While we're still in port, everybody's trying to talk to their family back at home before they lose reception. That's how I'm able to do this live video before we leave. I can't use the ship's internet, but it's not as strong as using the cellular service here at port. So the internet here on the ship is called Boom, and Boom is a great service. It's a lot faster than Carnival's internet, but still not as good as local cellular service. So don't expect a whole lot from the internet service here, but just know it is better than Carnival ship. I do have to say that all the Celebrity ships, Celebrity is owned by Royal Caribbean, of course. They're Celebrity's part of that group, but Celebrity does have the best internet service on their ships, and we hope to have a live event on a Celebrity ship here in November. That is our next planned trip and live stream event on one of those celebrity ships. We haven't confirmed that yet, but that is our goal. Here is the miniature golf course. Really, really, really cool back here. They updated it 3 years ago, or actually, yeah, 3 years ago in 2018 when they did the amplification. They added the flow rider, the water slides, and the VR experience, and they also updated the miniature golf area as well. And it's really, really nice. They made it so people can't hurt it, but a very updated miniature golf area. There's other ships that they need to do this with as far as updating. There's other ships that they're really behind the times, and they just have an old style type of miniature golf. So I know I'm showing you the port. Sorry about that. It's kind of boring out that way. I'm trying to switch it around. And Tracy Lynn, so here, let me switch this around here. I know I'm giving you a view of the port, but I am trying to turn around. There we go. Great question about the dinner. So they try and, they do. They wow you the first night on Mariner of the Seas here. In most itineraries, they've got a huge array of food at the main dinner. They'll have your pastas. They'll have your salmon. Their salmon is really, really, really good. I had some of their salmon down at the Windjammer just a second ago, and then they have a herb-crusted salmon for dinner tonight. Looking forward for that, but they have that every night. But the first night on Mariner of the Seas, they have prime rib, and it is a slow-roasted prime rib. It is very, very good. So really looking forward to that. And they always have your New York strip steak. And tonight they have fried chicken if you don't want the prime rib. And really, really looking forward to the dinners on that, or the dinner tonight. So the second night, the dinner isn't supposed to be as good. And then the third night, they'll wow us again with dinner. But so anyhow, we are about to leave port, and so we are going to jump off of here. We truly appreciate everybody looking at this video, and the ones that have stopped by during the live event. Tracy Lynn, really, really appreciate you stopping by, and everyone who looks at the video at a later time. We would love to provide you with any information we can, because just to let you know, I am Cruising Chris from EndlessHorizonVacations.com. We love giving you all the information that you would like on any of these ships. We'll continue providing you with tours of other ships coming up here in the near future, but most of all, we want to be your travel agent, your travel advisor to go to for all your cruising needs. We can also take care of other travel needs as well. We've booked a few all-inclusive trips for customers. They have been very pleased on those. But most of all, we love to cruise. We know you do too. We're here for all your cruising needs. We are very knowledgeable in the industry. We have a ton of contacts with every brand that's out there, whether you're talking about mass market, whether or not you're talking about premium market or the luxury market. We have all your knowledge, education, and experience in all of that to help you. So please confide in us. Let us help you minimally. Just start that conversation with us, and we will try and take care of you the best we can. So all of our contact information is below. Any of the links you feel comfortable contacting us with, we would definitely be excited to start that conversation with you and take care of you. So once again, Cruisin' Chris, EndlessHorizonVacations.com, coming to you from the Mariner of the Seas, September 24th, 2021, and we will see you on the next ship. Everyone take care. All right, bye-bye.